My friends, I'm with Blake today. We're at Southern Machine Works, a company that's been around for over 60 years. And the reason I use that number, the reason I talk with Blake today is because machine monitoring, digital, my friends, over 60 years in business, and it's been 1 year now. And we get to learn more about what this digital world through Datanomix has brought to Southern Machine Works. Again, I'm going to say the importance, a 60-plus-year-old company. This is someone who evolves with the times. If you look behind us, Mazaks everywhere, Integrex, there's automation in the back. All of this is important to understand because some of you folks out there are remaining stagnant, saying to me, oh, I don't need machine monitoring. I know everything. Come on now. We know better than that. Blake, you have been at the company for a while now. The company's been around for a long time.
Yes, sir.
When you first started thinking about, do I or do I not need machine monitoring to understand more, what took you into the leaning direction of that fence to say, I think we could use this?
You know, just seeing some of the struggles that we've had before, figuring out where we're struggling with these parts, or is it programming? Is it tooling? Are we having to rerun tools multiple times? You know, do we need to purchase more tooling? And then just running into the different situations and then seeing the value add that Datanomix has been tremendous. It was a real easy jump for us.
I want to get into some of those stories, but have you ever sat in a meeting with maybe some of the guys that are in charge here, and they'll ask questions about why there was downtime, and the answer is sometimes a guess or maybe an assumption, or you have to ask the person on the machine, and we don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but maybe that person on the machine didn't tell the full truth about why the machine went down. You ever sat in those kind of meetings?
Yes, sir, very much. It is hard to answer those questions, right? Luckily with Datanomix, so we were able to track all that and see that.
I got to speak with some of your team members before we do this meeting. I didn't just walk on camera today, guys. Sometimes I do, but I did a little bit of research today. And talking with some of your colleagues, I found one story completely fascinating. And it was one where you have 3 of the exact same machines, three of the exact same parts, and 3 completely different outcomes.
That's very much. That was very cool to see. You know, we didn't know if is that personnel differences, is that tooling differences, was there something different in the programs? So we were really able to track that down, and now I believe they're all running within a second of each other.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
Within a second?
Yes, sir. And they're all bringing out, you know, within a part or two of each other now, every day. That's been going that way for a month and a half now, so.
Congratulations. So I look around your machine shop, and I do see some pallet changers over in the back, and as a general rule, it looks like we have one operator for 1 or 2 machines, and so we're really being able to gauge the truth of what that downtime is, whether it's a coffee break, cigarette break, bath, all the normal stuff we talk about, right?
Yes, sir.
Did your teammates feel like Big Brother was coming down on them? Were they a little nervous?
At first, they were very nervous, right? And that was a talk you've had to have with everybody multiple times. This is not a whipping post, right? We're here to make all of us better. It really helps verify that, well, we quoted 10 minutes and we ran them in 5. Great. Or, hey, we quoted 10 and we ran 20. It's something to make us all better, not just to pick on people, right?
At first, they may have felt that way, but have they adapted, or are they still are they doing okay?
About 95% of them adapted. And now it's a race, right? Nobody wants to be the last guy on that chart.
I like understanding that because that conversation comes up regularly. We do a lot of Datanomix interviews. I mean, there's a lot of successes out there. For people who watch this channel regularly, they probably are wondering why Datanomix and all these successes. You keep going into Datanomix shops, but that question comes up a lot is, Big Brother, are they watching me? And the answer is usually the result you give, right? Is over time, they adapt, they see the successes in it, and they start to challenge one another to do better. It sounds like that's what's happening.
Very much, very much.
I have a question, though. When you have machines set up like this, would green and red been enough information to you to go into those meetings that we talked about before? Because I believe Datanomix brings you a little bit more than that.
Much more data than that. Thinking about it, possibly that would have been enough for me at first. But seeing all the data that there is to gather, not near enough.
I also think about when you get into that, Datanomix is constantly expanding, evolving, right? And you've mentioned already as we made a joke about, we've both been in those board meetings where you don't really know the answers, right?
Yes, sir. No, that's hard to answer, right? When you don't know it.
We don't know what we don't know.
Yes, sir.
And so now you can go into those meetings. What would you say, looking back on it now, you obviously need to invest money to learn about the shop. Are you able to quote better now? Are you able to talk to your customers better now? Because we are incorporated with some of your other digital successes as well, like your pro shops and like your paperless parts. How does it all work together?
But it just brings so much more confidence to the table, right? You're able to look at similar parts before and it's not like, hey, do you remember how quick you ran that? I think it was 5 minutes. No, we can go look and say, oh, it was actually 6 minutes and 37 seconds from button to button. Things like that really are so helpful. And being integrated is just great. We can see our true dollar amount we're making through that. See what we're running to compare to what we should be running. It's tons of things in there that just great confidence builders.
Right behind us, I see a titanium molding.
Yes, sir.
And I know how complex titanium can be if you don't have the right machines and the right partners. I think about that because you just talked about time and quoting and what it might cost. Would you say that machine monitoring, would you say that Datanomix allows you to truly understand where you are at on a job versus where you could be, and then maybe sourcing the right machines and the right products to reduce those cycle times and the successes?
Very much. And even on this machine, when we started, we were about double the time where we're at now. We were able to see that, okay, well, this tool is running twice as long as all the others, so we need to invest in a better end mill, or we need to invest in better turning tools. And that's exactly what we did. We was able to see that this tool was running for X amount of time, able to, source another end mill. We actually had salesmen come in, help us out here, got the speeds and feeds right, and now, that's a knockout.
Blake, you made me think. I'm having flashbacks now. I'm literally going back in time to when I tried to present to my accounting department an expensive tool that I knew was going to bring me a lot of success, but all they saw was that upfront cost, and they're like, well, we can't do that. It costs too much. I'm like, but it would save us so much. Does that help with your accounting department?
Very much.
Yeah.
Very much. You're able to take those numbers and say, look, it may be twice as expensive, but we're buying a quarter less or 3/4 less of them.
Incredible.
End of the day, we've saved money.
Yeah. All right, Blake, last question for you. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Did your guys put you on camera because you're so good at this, or is this your first interview?
That's my first interview.
Impossible. I don't believe it at all. I think TJ, I think Frank, I think all your colleagues are like, put him on camera. He's amazing. You did amazing.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Blake, thank you so much. I don't know if the world knows yet or not, but I'm going to take him with me on tour. I'm going to bring him with me everywhere I go. Are you allowed to do that?
Surely Frank will approve it.
They'll surely approve it. Absolutely. Thank you all for watching. Time is the one thing we cannot manufacture more of. We hope this has been beneficial for you. This is a legacy company, been doing this for over 60 years and decides to invest in the latest and greatest technology. This is how they will live another 60 years. For those of you out there considering machine monitoring, considering paperless parts and digital manufacturing, that's how you upgrade. We are all battling that right now to understand how we can reshore better to do parts more effectively and cost effectively at the same time. Blake answered all the questions perfectly. So he and we are done, and I'm taking him on the road with me. Let's get out of here, Blake.
See you, man.